it's Kali with Kalis.com. We are going to make a really simple wreath today that everybody can do. And it has that lavender look. We got these new bushes in that are fantastic. They are a lavender flower mixed with a beautiful greenery. And the combination is perfect for this type of wreath. So we're going to have a lot of fun making this one. So it's going to take 2 bushes, and I am using, this is an 18-inch base. You could also make this on a 12 or 13 or 14-inch grapevine would work great. Now, the one thing I want you to think about as we're going around, if you go to the inside of the wreath when you put your placement, you'll have a smaller wreath. If you're going to want to go really big, then put your items more to the outside, okay? Your lavender bushes more to the outside. So depending whatever you want to do, that's what you just have to keep in mind. The only other supply, we are going to use a little bit of Spanish moss. So I've got my Spanish moss bucket over here ready to go too. Because if you've never watched me do that before, that's how I hide the mechanics of what we're doing. There's like a little green thing. We got to get that out of there. That's how we're going to hide the mechanics of what we got going round and round. So the first step is going to be, we're going to break these down. This bush is a pusher. And that means, guys, if you don't know, that means I can push these up to make them shorter or longer. I'm leaving them all long right now, okay? All long, and we're going to cut down the entire bush. We only need these stems a couple inches. We're going to cut down the entire bush on both bushes. So if they need to push a little, push them a little, but they're all about, I want them all about the same size. Okay? Now, we're going to start to put our placement in of our first bush. When you're going all the way around a wreath like this, I like to get some pieces in at the hands of the clock, okay? So let's just start with that. You're going to pick a direction and stick with it. So I'm going to put one right here. I'll just set these over here. And then I'm going to put one right here. And I'm not gluing them yet. You can see I'm going in at the hands of the clock. And that kind of helps me get some even placement as I start to go in and create my design. Okay? See? You see here? And then we'll come in with our next layer. But I'm going to go ahead and glue these guys in and get started. Now, every time you do that, if you can see the glue, you're going to have to grab some Spanish moss. So let's get going. If you need to trim these, trim them down. I'm going to put these in at an angle and just grab a little Spanish moss. So it's a very kind of easy process, but I'm using that mouse to help hold these in place too. Okay, and I'm going kind of in the middle plane of the wreath. You see I'm running in the middle. If you can't see the glue, it's no big deal. You don't need to put any moss, but if you can see it, cover it up. Going in at an angle. We're waiting for our glue to come back in stock, and I'm having to use this other glue, and it strings, and I don't like that. So, y'all, shout out to the Kalis.com glue. It doesn't do this stringing stuff. Okay. I mean, it might a little, but not this bad. Okay, and then this one going in right here. And this one, there's not a lot in the zone I need to put it, so that's what you're going to use your Spanish moss for. You're going to take and just press that in to help make kind of like a little sandwich of glue and moss and all that. Okay, we've got our first 4 in. Easy enough? You got that? We're done. No, of course we're not done. We got to make this beautiful and full. So our next step is we're going to put in a couple between each one. So we're going to put 2 between each one. So just evenly space that out. I'm going to put 1 here. I'm gluing it in. And then I'm going to put 1 more. And just press that moss in. Make sure you're not shooting through the back. Really important. You're going with the grain of the design. Okay, how cute is it looking? So far, so good. I'm loving it. All right, so as we work our way around, we do the same thing. 2 pieces in each one of these. Get those glue strings off there. If you get glue strings, take care of them now. I'm forever taking glue strings off stuff. If I'm at a craft show and there's glue strings on somebody's wreath, or I'm at the vendor market or the craft mall, I'm removing them. Or fluffing the ribbon. Do you do that? Let me know in the comments if you fluff the ribbon too, man. You guys, we are going to have a supply list for this project available for you if you want to play and make your own like this. Just ask in the comments for the link to the supply list and we'll get it for you. And make sure you jump on our text list at textkali.com because that's where you're going to get the notifications anytime a new video like this comes out. Now, I find it easier to rotate my wreath around, so you're going to see me kind of do that as we work all the way around this project. There's one. So I'm just putting two in between each section. So it's helping me just get it nice and spaced out. Let's do one more here. And I'm still running in that midline. So I'm talking about this area of the wreath. I'm staying consistent so that I have about the same size perimeter on my design. All right, let's come around. Now I got to, you see how good it's coming together? Now I've got to do this section. Two there, and I think that, oh, that ended up using up one whole bush. Okay, which is perfect, because now we're going to come in with our next bush in just a second. You may be tempted to skip this moss step. Please don't. You don't want to see glue. I teach my students in design school it's real important to camouflage your mechanics. Makes your pieces look more professional, less homemade. It's an important step in the design process. Now look at that. Doesn't that look great? We've created a great perimeter. We're rocking it out. Now, cut our next bush. Now this time, I want these to be a little shorter. So we're going to push these up just ever so slightly. Okay? So I'm creating smaller bunches by pushing them up. Just like that. Keep going. See, I'm having to push them pretty far up. All right. Get it up there. All right, good. Now let's trim these with just a couple of inches. Stem, we don't need a lot. Just gonna nip them down as we go around the whole bush here. Perfect. Okay. Now, pull these to the side, and we are gonna work now more to the middle. So this is our perimeter, and we're going to have these overlays. So between each section here, we're going to put one. Okay? And we're going to go a little more to the middle. So we're going to make this nice and full, yet covering up our moss that we had before. You see I laid it right on top, and you can't even see it. Such a pretty wreath. Sometimes these simple designs like this are some of my best sellers on Etsy because there is a clientele for wreaths that are more, you know, they're not as quite as cutesy. They're more just beautiful organic pieces. So if you haven't played with something like this, I encourage you to. If you've been wanting to make your own wreath, this is a great type to start with. Just let us know in the comments if you'd like to grab that supply list, and we will get you a link so you can absolutely make this yourself. Y'all, and I just can't wait. Design school is getting ready to open up again. So don't forget to get on our text list also, because we'll shoot you out info. If you like making things like this, you would love our class. Ooh, look how full it's getting. Can you tell the difference as we fill it in? Gorgeous! And if you're not comfortable just gluing and sticking like I'm doing, that's okay. You can press this all in and then work your way and come back and glue. That's totally fine. And there's still projects to this day I do that on. I'm grabbing glue strings, guys, if I see any. That if I feel like, you know what, this is a lot of placement. I'm trying not to waste any supplies. I'm going to pay attention to exactly what I'm doing. Okay, let's put this one in. I'm putting a little moss on it. Camo that glue nicely. Beautiful. Keep on rocking. Man, y'all, you get to making these. You cut your bushes. You put on your favorite show on Netflix, and you just go to town. It's called Wreath and Chill. Wreath and Chill and Netflix and Chill. Same. Or if you're me, you put on your true crime podcast. Anybody, any true crime fans? Let me know. Let me know if you can't get enough of it. Look at that. Okay, we got just enough room for two more here. Look how gorgeous this is. And guys, if you are just like a bow ribbon freak, you can pop a bow right at the top, right here. Or if you're more into nature and this is all you want to see, I just want to see the botanical beauties. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty, guys. So pretty. So the biggest takeaways of this design, guys, is once you pick a direction, you're going to stay with that. You're going to work all the way around. I'm going to work the perimeter first, and I'm going to come back and do the middle, and look what we made. Gorgeous lavender wreath, guys. Yeah, we love it. I love it. I think it turned out great, Blue Merinos. I can't wait to see the next one you make like this. Make sure you share it with us on our page. Whenever we're asking you to share your designs, I want to see what you've been whipping up. And I can't wait to see you next time we're together. I hope you enjoyed making this, and come visit us at Calise.com and jump on our text list at textcalise.com for all the updates whenever we're live with new designs. Just like this and more fun pieces. Have fun with flowers, Blue Merinos, and join us next time for more floral fun at its finest. Bye-bye.